welcome to Live Your Joy. I'm your host, Bonnie St. John. Today we're talking about women's friendships and how important they are to your health and well-being. I'm here with Joy Carroll, the author of The Fabric of Friendship, celebrating the joys and mending the tears in women's relationships. Thank you so much for joining us today.
It is my pleasure, Bonnie, to be here with you.
This is such an important subject. How did you come to writing about this subject?
There are books out there that talk about how great women's friendships are, and there are books out there that say how terrible they are. Phyllis Chesler has written the book Woman's Inhumanity to Woman, about how women are envious, kill each other with competition, are backstabbing, gossiping.
And she wrote that as if it's inevitable.
It's almost inevitable.
And so some people have written as though this is the way it is. Women are just catty and mean.
Well, she did in some ways.
Right,
and then others have said it's just awesome.
So the difference is your book tells us how to transform our relationships. So it could go one way or it could go the other way, but we have the power to choose.
Well, the book tells a lot of things. One of the things that's very important, it talks about why women have so many problems with their relationships. And the bottom line, just to share that with you, is that women don't feel very good about themselves. You know, we've been the second-class citizens for an awfully long time. Anyone who has been harmed in some way and told that they are not as good as someone else will begin to not only believe it, they're going to begin to integrate that into their life about themselves, and they're going to practice it. All our lives we're told what we do wrong, what we're not good at. When we take a spelling test, yes, you get 2 wrong, that's what they tell you. They don't tell you got 18 right. So we got to learn how to not just be a good girl, but be good to ourselves, be good to the universe.
No, I'm saying we get this be a good girl message, which is, you know, kind of like putting a lid on you as opposed to be yourself and express yourself.
Love yourself.
What goes wrong in our friendships?
Well, friendships can be absolutely awesome, as we know. We love good friendships, but there's a lot that can go wrong in friendship. Part of the problem is I think we expect friendships to be something that they aren't. And then we get troubled by the way they turn out, or we get disappointed, or we get hurt. And if we are really very clear about our expectations in a friendship, then it can be a much healthier friendship. Harvard Medical School has done a really long research study on women's friendship for many, many years.
And how does it make a difference to our health?
Well, they have proven that if you have good, healthy friendships, it will probably mean that when you lose your spouse or lose a partner or lose a good friend, you will have a support community that will help you get through it. And you will not have problems with health, concerns, etc.
So people who don't have good friends, when they lose a spouse or a loved one or a parent, they experience health setbacks.
They often are much worse than those who don't, and that's proven by the research.
Do people live longer?
If you don't have women's friendships that are healthy and authentic in your life, it's like you're smoking cigarettes, it's like you are drinking too much, it's like you're not exercising.
So maintaining my friendships, having good friendships, not blood-sucking friendships, because we've had those blood-sucking friendships.
Oh, there's those too, yes.
But good, healthy friendships is equivalent to going to the gym and not smoking and losing weight. But it's more fun.
And it's more fun, too. You can have a really good time when you have good friendships because they will stick with you all your life. They will make you feel good. And you will be healthier, literally healthier.
But we don't all get to have those sisterhood friendships that go all the way back to childhood. Is that okay?
That is okay.
Am I not a failure just because
you're
my
not a failure,
don't go back
Bonnie?
To second grade?
And friendships can start when you're at any age. But what you want to have is an authentic friendship. What is real, what is good for you, and only you will know what that is, and you will feel it. People call anybody a friend. You're a friend, you're a friend, you're a friend. And meanwhile, they're really not a friend. And they'll hurt us, and they'll use us and abuse us. A friend is someone who accepts you for the person that you are, knows where you've been, and still gently encourages you to grow.
We've all had women friends who will drop you. I have a dinner date with somebody and she'll drop me in a minute if she can go out with a man.
That's
and
right.
That's a self-esteem issue, is that
really
she doesn't value herself, she doesn't value her women friends.
And she doesn't value her gender. Women who don't value themselves don't make great friends.
And so what do you do about a woman like that?
Well, for example, boundaries. That's a biggie. we don't have good boundaries. We don't know how to say no, and that gets in the road of our relationships and friendships, not only with women, but with
saying
everyone.
No to
learning to say no when it's appropriate, learning to say yes when it's appropriate.
So no, when people are asking you for help all the time, those blood-sucking relationships, is you have to say there's a limit. I can help you, and if it's not a give and take, then it's not working.
See, that's the other thing. Some women are willing to just give. They don't realize that it's important to receive.
And their friendships are draining.
They
and
are
that's
very
not
draining,
healthy.
and it's not really a friendship. Another really big issue is we've got to know who we are. If I know who I am, I'm going to be a much better friend to you, because then I'll know what I can or cannot do. I'll know what my boundaries are, but I'll also not have expectations that can't be met.
So know yourself is an important thing.
Very important.
What else?
Another really big one is, and which I already mentioned a bit, is have clear expectations of what you need in a relationship. If I expect you to be everything for me, you can't be that. I'm going to be disappointed. I go to some events with some women that I like. They don't like everything I like, so that's okay. I travel with some. I travel with others to other kinds of events and do things. So it's really important to diversify your friendships, not just have one friend, not one best friend, because she's going to die, or she's going to move, or she may change her mind. So diversify, know yourself, be able to be very clear what your expectations are for what you want in a relationship, and finally, learn how to communicate. Learn what is the way to talk openly.
So does this mean just tell it all, tell it like it is?
Oh, I don't think so, Bonnie. We have to still be compassionate people. I really believe in compassion and kindness. You can be open in your relationship, you can be open in your friendship, but you cannot be brutally honest. Someone will say, I can't stand you because of this. Well, that's hurtful. We have no right to hurt someone.
So it's not let it all hang out.
I don't think so.
So being a skilled communicator is being authentic
and honest,
but not being hurtful.
But with kindness and compassion. That's really key. So if I want to choose a friend, I want to really know myself well, know what to expect, have my expectations be realistic, know who I'm going to choose as a friend and choose well, and if it doesn't work, shake the dust off my feet and move on and say, we've had a good relationship, but maybe I'm growing in a new way, and be kind, and we can still see each other now and then.
Well, thank you for those tips. That is so wonderful to know that we can have good friends that enrich us, that actually improve our health, and that we have choices, and that's something we should consciously manage.
It's true. Very good summary there, Bonnie. You can write the next book.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bonnie.